Welcome to Mixing with Monty. Good morning, everybody, or afternoon or night or whatever time you watch this. We're back with another mixing tutorial here on Pro Tools. Today, we're just going to be showing kind of gain staging, pretty much getting your vocals right before even putting plugins on them. Today, I have a session opened, You Don't Really Love Me by Tay, my co-host on A Chill It's Just a Podcast. So we're just going to be messing with her song today. What we're going to be doing is going from top to bottom of how to gain stage and get everything right, get everything sounding good. First thing that I do is, drag everything in, of course, from wherever your files are, drag them right in. I mean, we're going to start firstly with our beat. We're going to play it. All right, so the first thing that we're noticing is our meter here is definitely loud. So we're going to want to get over here to our mix window, which you can click Control Equal, and it'll bring you here, or you can come up to Window, click Mix, and it'll also bring you here. All right, so what I want to do first is look at my beat, see where it's at. Because right now what it's showing me is that it's at 0. So what we're going to want to do is just go ahead and drag our clip gain down, and to get this line here that you see in the middle, what you're going to want to do is right click on your track, clip gain, bypass it, hide line, which I'm not, it's going to say show line or hide line, show line or hide line. So hide line, you're not going to see them. Show line, you'll see them. All right, so this is going to be what you're going to want to use to turn your stuff down instead of using your fader here, because your fader isn't going to like change the effects and how the effects are going to hit. The gain of the actual audio itself is going to be the difference maker, so we don't want to change our faders until after we add plugins. We're going to want to just use our clip gain knob here, well, not knob, or our clip gain here to turn it down. So let's go ahead and see where we're at. Go ahead and just do this so I can kind of see them both. Now we're at about 5. We're going to try to get it down to about 10. So yeah, I like here. We're going to start here at about 10. It's not going to be too loud. It's not going to be too light. It's going to be a good start. And so another thing that we're going to show here is if you right click on your meters here, you'll see all these different options of meters, right? Me personally, I typically, this is just me, everybody's different, and please use whatever you want. Me personally, I like to either use the RMS meter, which what I'm using now, or the Pro Tools Classic. Both of them are pretty good. Both of them work. It's really a preference thing. I'm not going to go too much into the meters right now. We'll talk about that in another video. I'm going to go with RMS for today. So this is really going to show me what decibels that we're at here. And like I said, with our beat itself, we want to get it from either anywhere around -6 dBs to -12 dBs. Anywhere in that range will work for us. We want to give headspace. We want to give plenty enough headspace for when we go mastering later, and so our plugins can work. So we definitely want to give some room here. So the next thing we're going to go into now, we're going to start with our hook leads. And what we're going to do is we're just going to go in one by one, and we're going to stage one by one here. And we're going to get our vocal volumes to sit well, and we're going to want our vocals to be anywhere between like -12 to -6 as well. But where I'm going to go with this one, I'm going to try to just get it right above the beat. So let's see.
Just want you to show me how your mind works, 'cause right now it seems like you don't really love me.
I'm not gonna lie to y'all, this is sitting actually right where I need it to be.
'Cause right now it seems
I will turn her down just a bit.
Really love me.
So it was pretty much sitting right where I wanted it. So
I love you so much that it hurts. Just want you to show me how your mind works, 'cause right now it seems like you don't really love me.
Yeah, that's a beautiful start right there. I like that. I like where it's sitting. So we're going to go to our backs. We're going to do this one by one, so just hang in there.
I love you so much that it hurts. Show me how your mind works. It seems you don't really love me. I know it is a light. Was it off a night? Seems love me.
And so for our backing vocals, we're going to want them to sit kind of right below our lead. We don't want them to really be like the same level as the lead for real. I do want them to sit right below, so I'm going to bring these down just a little bit lower.
I love you so much that it hurts. Show me how your mind works. It seems you don't really love me. I know it is a light. Was it off a night? Seems love me. I love you so much that it hurts. Show me how your mind works. It seems you don't really love me.
All right, and now since we're right here and we're with the backings already, we're going to go ahead and pan these, right? And so for these specifically, these are the same tone as what the initial lead vocal is. So if you listen to them together.
I love you so much that it hurts.
She sings it in the same tone. So what we're going to do with these is we're going to really spread these ones out, right? And me personally, what I like to do is something like this. I'm going to go 99, 99. I like to give that just one little percentage of vocal on the other side where it's like it's really not noticeable, but it's not completely all the way 100%. It's 99% though, you know, on the side. So that's what we're going to do with these.
I love you so much that it hurts. Just want you to show me how your mind works.
And then another thing that we also want to make sure that we're focusing on is if you don't have a plugin like Vocal Align, which I do not, you're going to have to line up your vocals. You know, this is going to be a really key part of everything. You need to have everything aligned. Everything needs to be clean, right on each other. So that way we can get a real clean sounding dub. And that's just going to come with a little bit of time, effort, and moving. Doing some timing. Because like if you can see, yeah, these vocals are a little bit off from each other. So I did that one now. We're going to go ahead to the bottom one. And this is what I do with stuff like this. I'll try to really just kind of create my own blend so that way it doesn't sound like it's chopping.
I love you so much that it hurts. Just want you to show me how your mind works. 'Cause right now it seems to show me how your mind works. 'Cause right now how your mind to show me how your mind works.
So now I know I'm kind of going all over the place because I did just say we were going to really mostly just focus on the gain staging and stuff, but I mean this is all really important parts of the mixing process, of things that you have to do. We want to make sure everything is cohesive. We want to make sure everything is flowing together well, not just sound like level wise, but also just flow wise. Are the vocals sounding all over the place? Are they sounding like they're not together at all? You know, we want to make sure that all of that is sounding really cohesive, really coherent and all together. Doing this part of the mixing process is very important. We want to make sure that we're really finding these small details to make sure that everything sounds perfect. We don't want it to sound choppy. We don't want it to sound messy.
But tell me, was it off a night? 'Cause right now it seems like you don't really love me.
All right, now we have a pretty decent sound here with our backings. So now what I'm about to do with this right here, so that you guys know, I'm going to click Shift Alt 3. It's going to consolidate these all so that you just see all those chops went away. I do this at different times in the session for multiple reasons. Especially if you're going to be sending stems, which I also already made a short on TikTok and all that. So if you want to see that, it's an easy way to highlight everything and then create your stems, you know, make it look like how they look right now. Pretty much just consolidate them, and that's a good way to do it. So yeah, let's listen to this hook together.
I love you so much that it hurts. Just want you to to show me how your mind works. Cause right now it seems like you don't really love me. I know it is a light, but tell me, was it overnight? Cause right now it seems like you don't really love me.
So I still even think that these backing vocals can be turned down even just a little bit more. I still think they're a little bit too prominent for me, for my ears personally.
You so much that it hurts. Just want you to show me how your mind works.
Oh, yeah, one thing that is very important to do at the beginning of everything, and I should have said this. Oh, please, people, I'm learning how to do this whole teaching thing, is finding your tempo. God, that's the most important part about everything that you're going to be doing later in time with all your effects and all timing and all that type of stuff. We should have done this at the very beginning, so we're going to do it right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to go onto our beat. Well, I mean, we can have the vocals there too. It doesn't matter. We're going to listen to the tempo and we're going to find it. And now this is just kind of knowing how to find tempo. You can either go into like, you can get auto key, or I use TuneBat to find the key and the tempo at the same time. But in this case, you can easily just tap it in just by clicking up here at this 120 right here.
You so much that it hurts.
Clicking T on your keyboard.
Show me how your mind works. Cause right now it seems like you don't really love me. I know it is a
So it's looking like 66, right? Yep. Now you see that this happens right on the grid. You see how this is right on our grid now? All right, so now chopping everything is going to be so much easier, and moving everything and all of that. Like when I want to copy and paste, like now I'm going to want to copy and paste this hook because I just, you know, moved everything. And then now when you see that? Now you see I was right over the other one. If it wasn't in the same tempo, it wasn't going to be that easy. I'll actually just give you the example real quick. 120. So if I were, well, this is already, I already got it on the thing. Trying to move it like this. All right, well, I guess it's already on the thing. It doesn't matter. Fuck it, just do it. Just fucking lock your grid in, okay? Just listen to me. Lock your grid in. No, dead ass though. It's super important. It's going to make your workflow a lot easier. That's all. All right, so bam. You get your tempo, you're good to go. And then this is also another thing that I'm going to show you real quick before we move on, is your grid button. See, I'm going to actually just do a whole video on all of this stuff, on what all of this is. So we'll disregard this. We'll come back. ADHD, sorry.
so much that it hurts.
So now that we're sounding pretty good here,
Show me how your mind works.
we're going to go ahead and go over to these vocals now. And these are just like some backing oohs and ahs here, which you're about to hear.
Light, but tell me, was it overnight? Cause right now it seems like you don't really love me.
Now that was easy. It really is just turning these down. These are really just ambient oohs and ahs that we really didn't want to be too loud. So we're going to go ahead and...
Light, but tell me, was it overnight? Cause right now it seems like you don't really love me.
Alright, so these are cool. These are cool. We'll go just a little bit lower. Bring them down to 9.
Light, but tell me, was it overnight? Cause right now it seems like you don't really love me.
Alright, now panning, what I'm going to do with these is, you see earlier, I don't know if I did that on this stream, I don't remember, but I had typed out hook backing 50, hook backing 100. That's what this is for, to tell me that one of these are going to be panned 50, one of these are going to be panned to 100. I'm actually not even going to pan that to 100. I'm actually going to do a 30-60 on these and see what we're sounding with that. Just because I like to have my pans all in different areas of my mix personally. I don't like to have everything panned at the same exact spot, which I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess that's probably preference, but let's see what we're sounding like with this.
But tell me, was it overnight? Cause right now it seems like you don't really love me.
I wonder if I can like really do this right now. I highly doubt it, but
Me.
hell no.
like you don't really love me.
I kind of want it to blend into it. Hell no, it's just making it worse. All right, we're gonna put this at a 30 and the other one farther. Sorry, overthinking a lot of things here. All right. Yeah, it's just like no getting that smooth, man. I don't think it's gonna be a doable thing, and that's rough. That's so rough. It's so rough. This is so rubby. It's so rubby. I don't love it. I don't love it at all. So rubby. I don't love this at all in any way, shape, or form. Taylor, do better. I don't even care. I fucking did it, though. That was solid. That was solid enough, if you ask me. Fuck that. I mean, it sounds better than it did. Yeah, I don't care. That sounds way better than it did.
Now it seems like you don't really love me.
I'm great. Don't care. I'm good at what I do. Fuck the world. On to the next. So now that we have all that leveled pretty damn well. Sorry, that was awesome though.
Does it overwhelm you when I talk a lot? Just tell me slow it down. Time is all we got. Cause I don't wanna rush a resolution. We could use some clarity. That's why arguments be brewing. I'll go out my way for you.
Oh,
You told me that you would too. So we need to have this conversation, cause we need ventilation. Baby, trust and believe. I love you so much that it hurts.
Beautiful.
Just want you to show me how your mind works. Cause right now it seems like you don't really love me.
Still feeling like these are a little loud now that I'm hearing them again.
I know it is a light, but tell me, was it all for night? Cause right now it seems like you don't really love me.
Grab these. We're gonna create a group. Back. Ooh. Just to group all those together, right? Yep. Cool. All right, cool. So now pretty much from here, our levels are sounding pretty good. Everything sounded pretty decent. So what we're going to do from here, I'm going to go ahead and create some of my auxiliaries now. I'm going to create different ones for everything, right? So I'm going to create one for my beat, for my verses, well, for my leads, and for my backs, because that's really all we got, right? So the first one, we will do stereo, aux. We'll name this beat. Yoop, bang, boom. And then you guys know me, I'm trying to stay organized these days. So we're gonna move the folder, beat, and bam, there we go. Here's our one. Now we're gonna go to our output. We're gonna bus it. Already have a beat bus made, so we're gonna beat bus that up in there. And then we're gonna beat bust that up on in there.
I know it is a light, but tell me, was it all for night?
Cool. Beat ready to go. Next one that we're gonna create, aux, lead, vocal. And what we're gonna do for these are we're gonna put our lead vocals, since they're gonna be mono anyway, we're gonna start our lead vox with this mono into a lead vocal stereo is what we're gonna do with this. Okay, and I'm only doing this way because I want to still, first of all, to save CPU, so I don't have to have a whole line of plugins on like multiple tracks. I'm gonna just route them to one, like the leads to one singular track, and then just do it all right there. Which I could just do it into a stereo, but me personally, lately I've been liking mixing in mono and like mono, stereo. All right, so we're gonna do that. So you're gonna come down here. All right, so now, all right, so we have our leads. What we're gonna do is just for this session, we will do move to folder, leads, vocals. All right, so these two, we're gonna highlight both of these. Now, if you're on a Windows computer, you're gonna hold Shift and Alt. You're gonna come to output. You're gonna go to bus, and we're gonna slide that down to, didn't I have a different one made? We're gonna slide them to this bus here. It's gonna be our backing mono bus, which is gonna be this right here. So we will come here, bang, boom, bang, bang. And then this is gonna be sent to our vocal submix, which will be this. Bam. So now,
I know it is a light, but tell me, was it all for night? 'Cause right now it seems.
bam. Now our vocals are sent through an auxiliary, so we will be able to do, we will be doing our vocal chain here. And now for these backing vocals, we're not going to be doing the same. For these backing vocals, because these are all pretty much backs here, I'm going to go ahead and move these into their own folder. Vocals. We're going to color coordinate everything. These are going to be purple. It's going to be orange. Our single delay, we will just put here. That's fine. All right. Now from here, what we're going to do is create our backing bus. We're not going to do a mono. We're going to do an aux stereo. Slide that right here. Now all of these, highlight them all. Shift Alt, bus, backing bus. And there you go. They'll all go to the backing bus now.
Love you.
Now this one, backing bus. And we're about to create where these are going to go. So now next, I'm going to go ahead and create another auxiliary, a few of them. Now, this is going to be, bam, our all vocal, well, all vox. So this is going to be one of them that we're going to be sending out. I don't want this to be in here, though. I want it to just, like, be in its own entity. Can we do that? No? All right, we can. All right, cool. So here's our all vox. And so, specifically this is going to go here. So I guess we can call it, what? All vox. Swallabanging. All vox. Bang, bang. So that's where those are going to go. Backing vocals is also going to go to our all vox. Bang, bang. This, our delay is actually going to just go ahead and go to our ad-lib bus. We're going to send that to our ad-lib bus, and we'll have to go ahead and create that now. Yeah, we'll do that. All right, that'll work for now. Oh yeah, our ad-lib bus can go to our all vox, right? Cool. So now our backings, leads, they all have their own auxes. They're now also going to, you know, this joint over here. So, all right, so from this point, what we're gonna do is everything is now muted.
'Cause right now it seems like you don't really love me. I know it is a light, but tell me, was it all for night? 'Cause
all right, cool. So now from here, what we're gonna do is go ahead and add our effects, like reverb, delay, stereo. Bam, we're gonna go ahead and create these now. We're gonna color coordinate these to being yellow. And so what we're gonna do with these, we're gonna go to our bus. We're gonna do reverb bus in, delay bus in, chorus bus is supposed to be PC bus in. All right, and then our outs are all gonna be sent Shift Alt to our FX bus, which will now be created. So if you're paying attention to what I'm doing, you always can just pause and rewind and do all that stuff. Where am I going? FX bus. All right, and then this FX bus will then be sent to all vox. All right, so our all vox is really down here and it's doing its thing over here. You know, it's doing its little thing. All right, what are we doing? Move to new FX. Make her yeller. Bam. All right, now we have our FX. which those will then be sent. So what we'll do is we'll just go ahead and add a reverb here. We'll do neo verb, right. Get a nice little EQ. Give me my infinity. You know my infinity EQ is my joint. All right, for our delay, we'll just put an H delay. It's probably one of the most universal best delays out. We're gonna try to slide that over here and see us already. So we're gonna slide that to a 1/4. Just bring this down to like 20. High pass, filter up. Low pass, filter up. This to about that. We're also gonna turn our analog down because we really don't need that noise. All right, and we're also gonna hit lo-fi. All right. There's also something else we're gonna do with a compressor here later, but we'll do that later. For our parallel compressor, what I'm gonna do is this Renaissance AXX Renaissance. I can't ever say it right, but with this, I'm gonna squash it pretty much a lot, and then turn my gain down. This is just gonna be my parallel compressor. But I actually don't even know if I'm going to use this way at all. But this is just something I might typically do, so we'll see. We'll see how that goes. We can go ahead and close this for now.
Want you to show me how your mind works, 'cause right now it seems like you don't really love me. I know it is a lie, but tell me, was it all for night? 'Cause right now it seems like you don't really love me.
All right, so yeah, I mean, everything right now is sounding decent already. We're now ready to like start putting the plugins on and get that. Actually, we're not. We actually do have something else we have to do. Continue on our staging down here. So we're gonna send this all Vox over to our newly created all vocal. This is just gonna be our last final hoorah goorah of all of the vocals, where they'll all be. Vocal bus. And then this is gonna be ending up going to our submaster, which we are about to create right as we speak. Which we'll also, while we're sitting right here, go ahead and grab our master fader. This should always be put in at the beginning as well, but here we are. So now everything is sent to there, from here to here, from there to in here, which I now need to go up to our beat and send this to here. Bam.
Oh, it is a light. But tell me, was it all for night? 'Cause right now it seems like you don't really love me.
That's
Does
a
it
freaking
overwhelm you
mute.
when I talk a lot?
So now if you're looking at our master fader over here, which you cannot see because I am in the way, hold on. If you're looking at your master fader over here,
Oh, it is a light.
you see we're peaking at -6.5.
Tell me, was it all for night?
That's a
Right
solid
now
peak right there.
it seems
That is a solid
like
peak.
you don't really love me.
So bam, now when you're looking through at really all the levels here, you can have a full like just view of what's happening, what's going on in your whole mix,
Oh, it
level
is a
wise.
light. But tell me, was it all for night? 'Cause right now it seems like you don't really love me. Does it overwhelm you when I talk a lot? Just tell me, slow it down, time is all we got. 'Cause I don't wanna rush a resolution, we could use some clarity, that's why arguments be brewing. I'll go out my way for you. You told me that you would too.
And then there's also like here in your effects chains, there's so many other things you can do. You can do some MY comp, you know, you can do some saturation here if you'd like some, maybe you have a doubler or something, you know, there's so many different effects that you can put here. And then if you didn't see from the last video, these are gonna be what's sent in these sends here, where it says sends A through E. That's where these are gonna be going. So like for our hook leads here.
But tell me, was it all for night? 'Cause right now it seems like you don't really love me. Oh, it is is a light, but tell me, was it overnight? 'Cause right now it seems like you don't really love me. You don't really love me. Oh, it is a light, but tell me, was it overnight? 'Cause right now it seems like you don't really love me. You don't really love me. Oh, it is a light.
So bam, there you go. So there's like your there's your reverb right there, which I actually don't like this reverb at all. I don't think it fits her vocals like in any way, shape, or form, to be honest. But
oh, it is a light, but tell me, was it overnight? 'Cause right now it seems like you don't really love me. You don't really love me.
all right, whatever. That's not what this is for. All right, so yeah, that's what this would be for, and then this would be like your parallel compression.
Oh, it is a light, but tell me, was it overnight? 'Cause right now it seems like you don't really love me. You don't really love me. Does it overwhelm you when I talk a lot? Just tell me, slow it down. Time is all we got.
I actually like that a lot.
I don't wanna rush a resolution. We could use some clarity. That's why arguments be brewing. I'll go out my way for you. You told me that you would too. So we need to have this conversation, 'cause we need ventilation. Baby, trust and believe. I love you so much that it hurts. Just want you to show me how your mind works. 'Cause right now it seems like you don't really love me. You don't really love me. I know it is a light, but tell me, was it overnight? 'Cause right now it seems like you don't really love me. You don't really love me. They say love is patient, but I can't keep on waiting for change. That's the definition of insane. Thought we were on the same page, but with you there's only one way. Can't keep making U-turns, gotta let some bridges burn. From mistakes, there's lessons you learn. And it is a shame that you can't tell that we're on a highway to hell.
All right, so what I just did here, because I did not explain what I just did here, but what I just did here was set a key input for this compressor to hit on this vocal for the delay, right? So this is working with my delay here, and it's gonna compress down the delay so that it's not just constantly hitting the whole time. It'll just only hit on her vocals, like when her vocals go out. When her vocal signal goes out, then it'll bring them up. You know what I mean? So that's what this is doing, and I just kind of did like a quick set here with it. But yeah, it's definitely useful to do, 100%. I'm actually gonna keep the release slower.
Oh, it is a light, but tell me, was it overnight? 'Cause right now it seems.
So pretty much that's what these are gonna be for, though. So that's what those sends are for. That's what these effects buses are for, so that you have full control of the volume and, you know, just full control of your effects. You know, so from this point, you would be totally ready to start with your plugins and EQing and compression and all of that. But that's not what this video is for, actually. This video was just to get you to set right here and then to get you ready to do that. You know what I mean? So in the next video, I will mix it. So this has been another episode of Mixing with Monty, and until next time, peace.